Hey there, what's up? My name's Chris. Thanks for coming to my channel. In this video, I will be reviewing and discussing the new horror movie, Hellraiser. This just dropped to Hulu about 2 weeks ago, so it's still pretty fresh with me. I did just watch it about 2 weeks ago. I think I'm going to rewatch it with my brother. He wants to watch also the old ones. So I'm like, bro, I'm very proud of you that you watched this movie. I was like, but we need to watch the old ones. He's never seen any of them. So let me just read off a synopsis of this movie and then talk about who also stars in it. And then I'll get into my quick, short, sweet review. So this is a take on Clive Barker's 1987 horror classic, where a young woman struggling with addiction comes into possession of an ancient puzzle box, unaware that its purpose is to summon the Cenobites, a group of sadistic supernatural beings from another dimension. Scary stuff. And the cast that we have... It stars Odessa Azion as Riley, Jamie Clayton as Pinhead, Adam Faison as Colin, Drew Starkey as Trevor, Brandon Flynn, my boy, as Matt, Ayof Hins as Nora, and Goran Visniak as Voight. I do not believe I pronounced half of their names right, so sorry guys if I pronounced their names wrong. So anyway, I did just watch this movie, like I said, 2 weeks ago, and you know what? It actually scared me. And I actually enjoyed it. I'm not into torture, disturbing content. But I watched this one, and I could say it didn't overdo it, but it didn't do too little of it either. It was just in between. So the first act of the film is somewhat a bit... I don't want to say boring. It's more like it's building up. And then by the second act of the film, I was like, whoa. I was covering my eyes. I literally was like that ending was pretty fucked up. To me, at least. So, yeah, the film centers around a girl by the name of Riley, this young adult who is a drug addict. She's living with her brother and his boyfriend. That happens to be the characters Matt and Colin. They also have their friend Nora, and then Riley's boyfriend is Trevor. So, I guess this would be the group, but I thought that it's interesting because I was like, oh, is this going to be like a slasher film? But it really isn't. It's sort of like, yeah, like a haunting film. As soon as Riley gets in possession of this box, she starts to fuck around with it, and it opens up, and before you know it, she starts hearing shit, and before you know it, she's summoning the Cenobites, and they're coming for her. Or whoever she's close with, like her brother. Her brother goes missing in the beginning of the film, and she's like, something happened. My brother cut himself on this box. I was with him. He walked into this bathroom, and not to mention she's on drugs too, so no one's like really believing in what she says, but she's like, he went missing. Something happened. And she really believes that the box had something to do with it. So it brings her on this wild journey where she's going and exploring whose box was this. The way she came into contact with the box or possession is her and her boyfriend broke into a storage unit and got the box there. The storage unit belonged to one of the villains of the film. Villains, I guess, what is it? Antagonists of the film? I hope I got that right. Voight, who is pretty much this really creepy guy who's into the occult. He collects satanic stuff. And we end up finding out that he sacrificed people to these demons so that he can get a prize. Voight ends up, he does end up getting that prize. This happened 6 years prior to Riley getting the box, but the prize is not what he wanted, and he's living with this torture device in him, and it's very gruesome and dark, this movie, but it's definitely Hellraiser. and definitely scary. So anyway, let me just get back to Riley. Yeah, 6 years has went by. Riley, her boyfriend was working, I guess, in storage units, and that's how he knew of this guy's storage unit. Riley ends up, by the middle of the movie, I would say, she's at Voight's old mansion, going through what this box is. And it's pretty scary, because there's like 6 different parts or transformations of the box that it resembles. And I'm kind of like, how wasn't this like, I don't know, they didn't really explain this in the old Hellraiser, so I thought it was pretty cool that they explained it in this one. I was like, oh shit. I was like, they went deep. The people in this movie, they took this idea and they explored that shit deep. And I was like, okay, I fuck with it. So her friends come to her rescue. They're like, Riley, we gotta go. What are you doing in this dude's mansion? Before you know it, the Cenobites get released and they're after the group. The end of the film, it's revealed that Riley's boyfriend is really a piece of shit and was working with Voight all along, trying to sacrifice people to this, to the Cenobites, so that way he could ask for another prize because he wasn't happy with, Voight wasn't happy with this torture device that he was living with. Again, I don't know how 6 years he was just living with that in his body. It's pretty much, like doing something to his insides, like pulling on fucking nerves or tendons. I don't know what it's doing, but it's disturbing. But, he does not get what he wants. He's told that you can only exchange a gift, or only exchange one of the offerings that you get. So he chooses power, and eventually he gets what's coming to him, a worse fate. As it goes for the boyfriend, he ends up getting sacrificed to the Cenobites, and Riley's brother's boyfriend, Colin, escape. It's pretty much short and simple, the film. They didn't go like all out, again, with like, too gruesome of shit. I mean, the end of the film was pretty fucked up. Like, it definitely scared me for like a day or two. I was like, just thinking about it, I was like, oh my god. Voight ends up in the big pyramid or like diamond-shaped Leviathan thing, and he's like being flayed and turned into a Cenobite, one of the demonic things, and it's just scary. Now, that's the story. I may have jumped around a bit, forgive me, but I just wanted to get to it. Things I liked about the film, they used good practical effects. They definitely did. The Cenobites were definitely designed really scary. The film also has just moments of like unease and suspense and I just felt scared a lot while watching it. I watched it by myself. Yes, I did. I was a big boy. Yeah, I was chilling in my room. I was like, oh my god. I was like, am I really watching this? And I really did. I really went through with it. Let's see. I like the characters. They were likable. The character Nora, she gets killed by the Cenobites, and it's like I didn't want her to die. And just the way like she gets pulled into into like their realm. She's in the back of the truck, and they're all in the back of the van. They're all arguing, her friends, about where to go because they're lost by this mansion. And before you know it, she's just getting pulled. And while like her friends are like driving off, and she's just like it was just so creepy. She's just in this black, and before you know it, you can't hear her friends anymore, and they're just gone, and she's in this lair, she's in this like dungeon, and it's just terrifying. So anyway, I give this film credit. It's like inventive. It's like a great new telling of this story. The people who were in charge of this like knew the source material, and they knew how to take this idea and explore it, and just they did very well, and I give them a very big round of applause. So I can't wait to see what they have in store with this whole new story. I really enjoyed it. I wanted to keep this to 10 minutes. So if you enjoyed, feel free to comment down below, like, subscribe. And with that, I'm out. Thanks for checking out my channel and my video. Have a good one. Peace.